Hello, welcome to Radical Academy. My name is Mike, and in this video we are going to learn about programming, linear programming. Okay, so this is not an introductory part of linear programming because this has been done by our. In short, we have done this topic in class, but we will be able to post the video on our YouTube channel as well as also on our Facebook channel, page. Okay, so if you're watching this video, I would encourage you that you have some fundamental concept of what linear programming is all about, meaning linear equation. We also have linear equation in one variable, linear equation in two variables. Okay. And then from there we come to what is known as the mathematical model of linear programming. Okay. So now, but nothing is going to be so hard, and I'll be able to post the part of the introductory, topic. Part of the topic, which is linear programming. I'll be able to post the introductory part. Okay. So thanks for watching. So I encourage you, if you're new to my channel, so that you may not miss any kind of content that we may post on our platforms such as YouTube as well as Facebook. Okay. So now, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, or smash the subscription button if you're watching from YouTube. If you're watching from Facebook, please, I encourage you to follow us, smash the follow button, as well as also the like button, so that each and every single time we just post something, you'll be the first person to be notified. Okay, so now let's jump right into it. This is linear programming, and the first part that we'll be doing will be about an example. Okay, so it's an introductory and under what is known as a mathematical model. Okay. Okay, so now what we mean by mathematical model, we just mean that something must be modeled, okay, mathematically. Okay, so you might have some certain conditions, maybe for instance, you want to go to the market, okay, and then let's say, for example, you have got 100 kwacha, okay, so you want to go to the market, you have got 100 kwacha, and then when you go to the market, you want to buy two kind of products, right? Two kind of products. Let's say, for example, okay, and then okay, so you want to buy two kind of product, and then within this budget that you have, which is 100 kwacha. So now that budget, you are restricted on what kind of things you want to buy. Okay, let's say, for instance, if I go to the market, then I want to buy, maybe the first product will be, maybe I want to buy cooking oil, and then also pink reddish. Okay. So linear programming under the subtopic of mathematical model is that part of a scenario or in real life situations where you can't just do anything because you want to do it. Okay. But you can only do certain things because there is a limit on how far you can go. There is actually a threshold, okay? So now that threshold is what we normally call the constraints, or some kind of conditions that might restrict us to do certain stuff or buy certain things out of our budget, okay? So now we have the budget, which is 100 kwacha, and then you want to buy two kind of a product, which is cooking oil as well as reddish, specifically that is fish. So now what will happen is that so now we are going to say that the cooking oil is costing 50 kwacha. Let's say, for the sake of argument, let's just say this is costing a 50 kwacha, maybe a 2.5 or maybe a 1 liter container of cooking oil is costing at 50 kwacha. And then also radish, the fish, you want to buy something that is worthy of 50 kwacha. Okay, so now if you have 100 kwacha, okay, you are not going to buy the two products if any of the prices are not in the range that you have predicted. Okay, so if you find the cooking oil is now the real price on the market, the cooking oil has gone up to 70 kwacha, and then the radish has gone up to maybe 60 kwacha. Okay, so meaning when you combine 70 kwacha plus 60 kwacha, that is now outside of your budget. Okay, so you can only buy this kind of product based on what you have in terms of the budget, which is 100 kwacha. Okay, now if that is understood, ladies and gentlemen, then that is a principle that underlines, okay, mathematical model. Okay, so we are going to use some ways in which we can model our problem into some mathematical ways in which we can begin to understand things. Okay, now in linear programming, okay, there are two types of letters that we normally deal with. Okay, so the cooking oil can be, let's say, for instance, we want this to be mathematically be understood. So the cooking oil can be presented by letter X, and then also the radish can also be presented by letter Y. Okay. Okay. So you can have something like that. Okay. So now if we want to buy these things and we want to understand, okay, to say X represents the quantity of cooking oil. Okay, so I want to just go and buy, okay, one cooking oil. Okay, so the number of cooking oil in terms of container is being presented by Y, and then the number of radish, maybe in terms of fish, you have 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, and maybe those 3 fish might cost you 50 kwacha. Okay, so Y represent the number of fish that you might buy, and that will just equal to 50 kwacha. Okay, so now from there, the concept is that you are going to say, when you sum the two, X plus Y, okay, so X okay, so now we want to know how much you're going to spend on buying one bottle, one container, 1 liter of a container of cooking oil. So we want to say the number of the cooking oil times the actual price, okay, to know how much you're going to spend. So this is going to be 50x. And then also we want to understand that how much can we spend, how much quantity in total. Okay, we want to know how much you can spend if you're buying one type of fish, just one fish. We wanna also know how much, maybe 2 fish times 50, you get 100. So that means if one fish is costing 50 kwacha, so we can only buy 1 fish. So for fish, this is going to be also Y multiplied by okay. So now the linear equation that we present, what we are trying to model, we are trying to come up with a mathematical model in which we can try to understand and be able to solve this kind of a problem. Okay, so this is going to be, now I've only the budget is about 100 kwacha, okay? The budget is about 100 kwacha, okay? So you think about this, okay? You know, the amount you're going to spend on the cooking oil, and then also the amount that you are going to spend on fish. Okay, so we want to know how much you can spend. We want to know how we can just model and come up with a mathematical way of, you know, converting this kind of a conditional statement into a mathematical way in which now we can have an intuition about how we can now figure out whether we are spending so much or whether we are not spending so much. Okay, so I hope that is understood. Okay, now let's now jump a little bit further now into the actual linear programming. Okay, so I talked about linear programming is about, you know, linear equation. We can have something, a relationship that is linear. Okay, so when they say linear, okay, you're talking about something that can be modeled by a straight line when we put them on the graph paper, and then also you know, the relationship is kind of a straight line. Okay, and then also you can have a linear function or equation, okay, that can be also in two variables, meaning in one kind of equation you have you know, x and y, okay, put together in one single equation. Okay, that means you have you know, that kind of the values of x as well as the values of y put together. Okay, so now when you coming back to this one, when you add 50 plus 50, you are going to get 100, and that is what we want. Okay, so the only way we can, you know, minimize, okay, how much you're going to spend, you know, is to stick to a budget. Okay, otherwise if we don't do that, then we have to, meaning, you know, we have to look for other sources of money or other sources where we can get an extra money to top up, so that if the cooking oil was not 50 kwacha, if the relish was not 50 kwacha, then we need to source out, okay, because we are now, you know, our conditions cannot allow us. Okay, but linear programming helps us to understand how much are we able to utilize, okay, something within our limit, okay, not something outside of our capabilities or our abilities. Okay, so I hope you're getting some of the, you know, some of the glimpse, some of the techniques, and you know, just the whole thing, the concept about linear programming and specifically mathematical model. Okay, so from there, ladies and gentlemen, we can now say that so this plus this is going to be so we are going to have something like 50x plus 50y equals to 100. Okay, and then this is an equal sign. Now, under linear programming, most of these equal signs is not what we are looking for. So we are looking for a condition which will be able to predict what is it that we want. Okay, so we want this thing, when we sum up this thing, when you are buying together, should not exceed 100 kwacha. So what we normally do is just to put a symbol there. So it's going to be 50x plus 50y is less than or equal to 100. Now, the interpretation of that is 50x plus 50y, meaning 50 kwacha of whatever the number of relish that we buy, plus 50 kwacha times whatever number of you know, cooking oil in terms of the containers, whatever we buy, we sum them together, then it should be less than or equal to the budget that we have. So we should be within our limitation of the budget. Okay, I hope that is understood. Okay, now from there you can see that we can reduce these numbers. Okay, we can reduce the numbers this of course can be divide 50 there, 50 there, 50 there. So you divide throughout by 50, you are going to have x plus y equals to 2. Okay, so that's how linear programming is done. Okay, so now we are going to look at now something that is something that will help you really understand some of the things that I've talked about, and probably you have not understand them, or you have not understood them. So I hope that you're still following. Okay, so I'm going to put up a question on the board, and please, for you to understand the question that I'm going to put up on the board, try to copy it into your book so that you can also just almost each and every single day you keep on practicing, because it's quite so diverse that you need to keep on practicing if you want to learn and understand linear programming. Okay, so now this is the part of an introductory somehow, though it doesn't make sense, but I'll see what I'll do. I'll start from the first step, and then I'll revise this and see how it goes. Okay, so just make sure that you subscribe and share and like our video so that we keep on posting depending on the comments, on the likes, most of the videos that you want us to tackle, so that you guys who are in the final exams or in any countries you might be able to utilize our content, and they'll be able to help you and pass the exams that you're writing, and off you go. Okay, so that's the first part. It's bye. Now I'll see you in the next video, the actual example under linear programming. Okay, so this is a Radical Academy, and my name is Mike Wada, and I'll see you in the next video.